appreciate you doing this. Year one at Northwestern for you, a lot of turmoil, but exceeded expectations. What's the number one thing you learned about yourself going through that time?
Gosh, I learned a lot about myself, continue to. I think the biggest thing I learned is when I'm true to myself and just worried about, staying in why I got into college coaching, great things can happen. At the end of the day, I got in this because I want to have a positive impact on young people. My best decision making has been when I've looked solely through a lens of what's in the best interest of our student athletes. And when you got a group like we do, you put those guys at the forefront of your decision making. They're going to take it from there and do the rest.
Was there a moment last season during the year where things started to really click, and you were like, "Man, we got over the hump, and this thing's going to be okay"?
I think the Minnesota game is certainly something easy to point to in terms of the comeback that exists in the fourth quarter. I think there was a level of confidence that was created. It's strange to say this, but I thought the way that our guys navigated the first three quarters against Penn State, there was a certain sense within our team of a group that truly believed that they could compete with anyone in the country. And the end result and end score certainly doesn't show this, but that was a moment for me where I felt like we had a group that truly could win every single week.
It's your second season as a head coach, but your first off season, right? As a head coach, dealing with the off season. How's the off season been in kind of year one in the full time head coaching role?
It's been great from a standpoint of really proud of the work that our strength and conditioning staff has done with our team, where we're at in recruiting. Really proud of the way that our guys have navigated summer. But for me personally, it's been an incredible learning experience. It's been a year of firsts. I have my strengths, I have my limitations. I've been able to identify some of those limitations. I'm fortunate that I have incredible people around me that support what we're doing. But I'm really excited to continue to learn and grow in this role. Being a head coach is a stark deviation from coordinating a defense, and it's a role that I embrace and I love and I enjoy, but learning a lot as I go.
Yeah, you brought in a new offensive coordinator from South Dakota State. They ran the football really well, right? Yeah. And I'm sure an emphasis for you is getting Northwestern running game on offense back to that high standard that it needs to be at to compete. How's that transition been for the offense?
It's been great. I'm really impressed with the buy-in from our guys. Really impressed with Zach and the entire staff on that side of the ball. The reason that we hired Zach, you certainly want to establish a run game at Northwestern, being a part of the Big Ten. Yeah. But the thing that stood out to me about Coach Lujan is his ability to identify the strengths of his players and tailor what we're doing on offense to meet and fit those strengths. And that's what you saw at South Dakota State. What they had last year, the O-line, the running game, Mark Gronowski at the quarterback position, the tight ends, but I'm really excited about the way that he's going to find ways to build around what we currently have on our roster as we continue to evolve as an offense.
While you guys are building your new stadium at Northwestern, you're playing in the lakefront 15,000-seat stadium. Is the team excited about
it? The team is excited about it. I think at first as they found out the news, they were trying to envision it and what are we doing? Yeah. But now as it's truly going up, they're conducting some of their summer runs outside within it as they see it go up around them. There's certainly a buzz around campus right now.
Last few things for you, Coach. Appreciate your time. As a great defensive coordinator, as you've been throughout your entire career, how do you kind of balance wanting to put your fingerprints on the defense while also balancing being a head football coach?
Something that I learned from Matt Entz, when I was able to go to North Dakota State as a defensive coordinator, I asked Matt in that process, I said, Matt, you're hiring me as a defensive coordinator, but, are you planning on calling the defense? He goes, Dave, the only way I'm going to be the best version of me as a head coach is to entrust and turn the defense over to you. Mm-hmm. Now, there were certain expectations in terms of what that was going to look like, but Matt truly stepped away, and by observing that, I think I learned a really valuable lesson. Mm-hmm. I called the defense last year out of timing, necessity, context of the situation. There's no one that I'd rather turn this defense over to than Tim McGarrigle. I'm so proud of the way that group that continues to evolve. He's building off the foundation that we built last year, but continues to grow and improve. And I know the only way that I'm going to be effective in this role is if I can trust people like Tim to own their role.
Yeah. Last question for you, Coach. Day one training camp, you're meeting with the team. What's the goal that you're setting for your program in 2024?
The goal for us is to win a Big Ten championship. Yeah. And you win a Big Ten championship, you're in the college football playoff. And that's, as a competitor, that's all you can ask for.
Love it. Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck
Thank
this
you.
year. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.